What's up, everybody? It's Jules here to give you a very serious video about what I've been seeing about Dow Jones or the US30. I want to start off the video by saying thank you to MT, and then I want to give a big shout out to the room and everybody in it, because without y'all and the thoughts and ideas and energies and emotions and affirmations y'all put into the room, then it wouldn't be where it is now. So the Dow Jones, I definitely see this really being, finally we can trade the same direction every single time like we've been doing, and I finally see the way. The charts are so clear, the conversations are so much more precise and connected, and it just makes so much sense. So I just want to start a video by saying that. And now I just want to also say that if you hear Ali, that's my dog. He's just wants a lot of attention right now. But Ali, can you please give me like 20 minutes? Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and start the video. So I've noticed that every single BB band arrow, basically every single arrow is a entry or a 15-minute BB band, and we always teach this, and it's always about breaking the bands, taking a 2-1, 3-1. When price breaks, long-term BB bands, price comes back in. It's the same concept. So what I'm doing right now is looking at the Dow, and even though you have the 1 hour, the 4 hour pointing to the downside, you're looking at where price is currently right now, and you would see it as being at the bottom of the 1 hour BB bands. It's in the 15-minute BB bands, it's in the 5, and it's in the Hakanashi. Now the thing that excites me is that you have the Hakanashi yellow and the 5-minute yellow. And so I know now, since you have those two arrows, and then you have the BB band here at breaking the band, that this is flat. So if you're looking at the price right now, it's at 50, 51, and I'm looking at it, okay, is this gonna turn around? First time it really broke this band. 53, start seeing the wick, I'm in, right? I'm gonna be as look to that bottom as possible, right? So I would be in there, I would be more than likely be in around 51, 52, maybe 53. And I'm getting green momentum with me. So I'm definitely good in my trade, because I took the trade before, and we're getting green momentum. So now what I want to mention is that the jazz crosses off of these entries is what I've been doing as well. I've been looking at a jazz cross, and I've been seeing if I could get this entry here as well too. So as a jazz cross, you have 59, and that's the jazz cross, this red right here. And so I would be looking at that as two possible entries, because I've already got 51 and 53, and then 59 would be my next trade. So we're just gonna keep the 59 in trade, but also keep the 53 or 52 in the back of your mind, okay? So I'm gonna speed this up. just gonna click forward a little bit here, and I want to show you at 69. All right, so like here it is. So I just wanted to show you at the end of the video, not the end, but like the end of the move, we're at 85, and at 85 there's a couple things that happen. Now I'm gonna play this next part out while I talk, but I just want to show the moves. Actually, I'm not gonna play the next part out yet, but I just want to explain to you how you get the yellow, you get your white, and now you're happy and you hold your trade, and now you're into it. And up here, you probably got your 20 pips and you could have cashed out. But if you took that trade and you recognize that it was a correct trade, go off momentum, and in this area, you would never had enough momentum or another white against you, and you could have held your trade for those more pips. So, I mean, you could have got 30 more pips, you know, potentially, just by holding the move, and then also recognizing that it was going to the top of the bands, the 5-minute orange line, the 15-minute orange line, the 1 hour orange line. So once you recognize that, that's where price is. That's where you took it to. This is where you should be cashing out at. Now, anytime before that is perfectly fine. Now, the next move here, you have down, down, down. Okay, 5-minute orange line. The flow, you got the 1 hour signals, you know, the flow is down. So you take that. And whenever you take that, you know, 85, recognizing it's down, you can do the jazz cross, which I do, is that if I'm looking at a move and I'm thinking that it's gonna go down, so I'm okay, look, it's at 75. It looks like a jazz cross is forming, and because this candle is smaller than that one, and it does look like it's gonna be a bigger move. So it looks like it can go down all the way to 49, so I'm not too bad with getting entry 77 or 79, you know what I mean? Just like in that area with a 20 pip stop loss, I'm gonna be in the trade. We get our white, so we're happy, and look how much momentum you get after the white. Boom, 64. So boom, 60, 62, and then boom. Now we starting to get the blues. My favorite. This is my absolute favorite part, because I know the blues are gonna work. Now let me explain what's going on. So this trade to the downside that we take, we have the Hakinashi yellow, and the white came with us. The yellow popped up, so it just confirmed our move, and we're doing the stop loss strategy of pretty much waiting for this momentum to turn green. And that also means that this blue will work too. So what I'm looking at now is I'm looking at the blue to be a second move. This blue popped up on this candle. It was hiding behind it, and it brought you to the orange line. Now this is be the second move. And by second moves, how do you know if it's going to be a second move? Just because blues are safer with second moves, and blues are like areas of support and resistance and turning points, right? And another way to trade the blues is just by using the bottom of the bands and then the jazz cross, the yellow arrow, get you more arrows, pointing to the upside, and then we will be able to take it to the upside. So right now it's at 62. It didn't quite win yet, and then there it is. So now we're at 45. Boom. Like now I feel like we're at 45, so I got my 20 pips out of that move. You know, that is 2 trades already for 20 plus pips. And that's 2 trades. That's 40 pips that I can just cash out and go on to the next one. Now, since we have a 5-minute yellow, we have a 15-minute blue. We also look at this, and now we see the 1 hour actually being touched at a flat band. We're looking at that area as a move. So I would be looking at that to take that to the upside. And the thing about it is, like, every single BB band, every single first time it touched something is a move, is true. So in this case, you know, getting the entry would be pretty difficult right now, but I still think if we wait for the jazz cross and wait for the move, I still think you'll be in a decent entry. And that's what I've been noticing without, like, okay, this move took off. Oh, I didn't get 40, but I'm looking at it and price is at 50, 62, and then so 59. I would look at it and be like, hey, the jazz cross came in. I'm going with it. I got my yellow, blue. I don't know why the yellow's not popping up on the Hakanashi, but I'm sure it will. But I would be in this trade to the upside. And I'm just going to continue to play it. I'm not going to skip just yet. Just because I just want to see what happens. And you can see the 2 1s, the 3 0s, this one right here with the jazz cross. This move was from, 80 to 40 pips in that move. So like the 3 0s are a lot stronger. That gives you 3 pips easy. So yeah, so like I said, is I do a 20 pip stop loss, and you just gotta watch. I just want to play that a little bit just to show you that, the price is moving sporadically. Like even 61, 55, 56, all it is really about holding your nerve, and then boom, you get your white arrow plus the blue that goes with it plus 6. So I'm already like, oh, so I'm happy every single time I take a trade. It's like I'm happy. And I will say, the room is noticing, just, once you get a yellow, white, blue, those 3 combinations after like a BB band break, just like example like the 15, it broke the bands like that, 15 or higher, and you get that combination. It shows like a lot of momentum going in that direction. What also helped me is not getting so caught up into the Hakanashi charts, but realize that whenever I see stuff like this, what is this doing on here? Because whenever sometimes I look at this and it looks like it's going up and down, it just be a green candle the whole time. So, yeah. So that trade right there would definitely be, my trades for the day. And I wouldn't even be mad, because at the same time, it's at this top, right? So let's just say I stop trading. I just want to take a break, right? And I'm like, oh man, I missed out on something. I just want to skip forward and be like, right here. Yeah, right here. Now, news happens a lot on the chart, right? I also just want to just emphasize the fact that these blues, you know, their areas, these areas are support or resistance zone. That's why they don't really go too much past them and they work. But that's why if you get jazz crosses, you know, and signals at the bottom, 5-minute signals to help you go up, that's how you're able to take these blues to the upside, right? See, 1, 2, and off the orange line. Momentum, you're just taking the trade. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just waiting for it to like keep going to the upside, and then I'm going to explain the down move. It just happens so fast. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so price is at 25, 30, 31. First time it broke the bands. I'm in the trade, okay? Like, because it broke the bands. It's like the first time it broke the 15-minute bands. It's at the 1 hour band. And it's at the 4-hour orange line. So the fact that it's breaking those bands is the reason why I'm taking this trade for 20 pips. Like, and I have the 5-minute yellow and the Hakanashi yellow. If I didn't have that 15-minute blue, this yellow and this yellow, I wouldn't be thinking about trying to take this down to the downside. So that's why, since I do have those trades, I'm going with the signals, and then I'm just going to the orange line and cashing out. Okay. And what am I doing at the orange line? Since I'm cashing out the orange line, I'm taking it the opposite way. Like, sometimes you gotta, if you go with the 3 O's, if you just focus on the 3 O's, up, up, up. If you just focus on the 3 O's, this down move, okay, ignore it. You know, you have a blue here and you're waiting to go up, right? Because you have up, up, up. You're not looking at this down move. Like, if you're looking at this, you're just looking at people score it go to the down move. So what you should just be looking at is just how it's working. Why do you have the jazz cross? And then see how far and like why did it perform. So you have the jazz cross and it goes all the way down to 94. So you had 2 entries in here, 35 and probably like 20 something in here, and you're at the 15-minute orange line. Now at the 15-minute orange line, you know there's going to be a type of reversal. You get your yellow, you're in this trade. So as you see from the 15-minute band, it goes down to 101. 15-minute orange line, bottom of the band. I just want to see when. Wow. Okay, so you did it. You see that yellow? If you were looking at the Dow Jones, see, you did have your yellow, and it flashed up. So now you're just waiting for it to get to the bottom of the bands. It gets to the bottom of the bands, you get your jazz cross, and you're in there. Okay, well, this is the last trade. 96. I mean, you're just in there, right? You're just in there. And also, we wait for it to be closed because I've been doing that. And I also just been waiting for this to actually close, and I'll take the trade, then I'll fast forward. Because over here it says 90. Okay, someone actually got 90. But right here you're getting 92. I would take it. 89. Oh, look. Oh, just a couple hits against you. Boom. 95, 96. boom, momentum. And that's what Jasper teaches. He teaches you get into the trade and you're in before momentum, and then look, now you're +4 and you're pretty good, right? 15-minute orange line, 5-minute orange line, back to the upside. 1, 2, 3, sure, 3 nil, back to the upside. And that's all. I mean, you could, that's a winner. That's a winner right there. 0, 0. That's a winner. And then it gets even crazier. So yeah. What I do sometimes is, because -5, I don't know, like maybe it got me out, but like right here, my last thing, so like I don't look at any arrow as like an arrow that's gonna be way better than the others besides like a yellow red, because it doesn't respect the orange lines. That's the only arrow that I don't think that's going to the orange line. So anytime that I see any arrow, I'm just going to the orange line, right? Pretty much on most cases, unless you start having help where you can start breaking bands and you start going to the bands. I truly believe that the 5-minute label, as well as saying up, during big news as well, because as you see, this is news that's about to happen. But I mean, to me, this is not at the top of the bands. This is a jazz cross, and we're getting momentum. We're at the 5-minute orange line. We're at the 15-minute orange line. We came down. We got the 4-hour. So to me, that is a trade. That will always be a trade in mid trade, because you got the jazz cross. You had that one close is smaller than that one. We're getting momentum, and it's a 5-minute orange line bounce. I'm taking it. And I just took another trade for 20 pips. And this is the thing. Like, sometimes maybe you would be holding this trade. You know what I mean? Maybe you would have been holding this trade, but that's what I like about this in the way of it gets us more, like, you get way more entries. And yeah, from 0, 0, that's already 50 pips. 100, oh my god. So that right there was a 50 pip move. And yeah, so that's what I mean. I mean, you get the yellows and you're pretty much good to go. Once you get the yellows on the Hakanashi and you get that arrow, you're pretty much good to go in that direction, because that's telling you that it hit that low, it hit that high, and that basically means it hit that orange line, it hit that BB band, and that's where I'm going to go at. Now the rest of it, you can get greedy and keep taking trades here and there, but like after a move like this, you just want to use proper risk management. Look at this for your exit, and take accordingly. One of those trades a day will make you millions. So that's why I like the blues as well. They show you really nice reversals. Row 2, price crossed it, over here with the white. And I'm sure during this time you have, the 5 with you have the direction with you, and then you have this with you as well. So all that being said, and then once you got this jazz cross here, you have the yellow. That is like a banger trade. So yeah, things don't always work out like that, but like I said, every single trade I was able to get 20 pips, you know, with the proper stop loss of 20, even if you had terrible entry, or even if you waited for a jazz cross to get it, and then if you get momentum, stay in your trade. Stay in your trade, because then, you know, that might be the trade, and keep constantly looking at why it is your trade, and then take it accordingly. So that's my video. I really hope that helps. I love trading the Dow. There's so much video. That was only an hour and 30. There's so much video to go through and explore. But I just wanted to give you like my example of how I've been trading, what I've been looking for. Uh, there's no blues on here. It's breaking the bands. There's no blues. And you're getting tons of momentum. So that's why you just stay in your trade, you know. Something like this, you might want to wait for this 15-minute candle to be done, for this 1 hour candle to be done, you know, before you even think about trading against it. Or, you know, you just wait until you get blues or, you know, stuff like that. So anyways, Jules, that's me. I'm out. Yeah.